Iran elections, hardline candidate takes an unassailable lead. Iran's hardline candidate Ebrahim Raisi, the conservative head of the judiciary, has taken an unassailable lead in the presidential election after 90% of the votes were counted, the Interior Ministry said on Saturday. Raisi, 60, received more than 17.8 million out of the 28.6 million votes that have been counted, the Interior Ministry said, based on preliminary results. Earlier in the day, 3 out of 4 candidates in the fray conceded defeat to Raisi, a protege of Supreme Leader Ali Hosseini Khamenei, who was widely seen as the frontrunner in Friday's election marred by low turnout and the disqualification of many candidates. Hardliner Mohsen Rezaei, a former commander-in-chief of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, received more than 3.3 million votes. He was followed by former central bank chief Abdinazer Hemeti, the only moderate in the race, with at least 2.4 million votes, and conservative lawmaker Amir Hossein Ghazizadeh Hashemi with more than 1 million votes. The new president will take office in August as Iran seeks to salvage its tattered nuclear deal with major powers and free itself from punishing U.S. sanctions that have driven a sharp economic downturn. Iranian diplomats have been engaged in talks to revive the deal in the Austrian capital Vienna. Rivals concede defeat. Even as the votes were being counted, Hemeti, the only reformist candidate in the race, congratulated Raisi for winning the election. "I hope your government, under the leadership of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, will bring comfort and prosperity to our nation," former central bank chief Hemeti said in a letter, state media reported on Saturday. Raisi did not immediately acknowledge Hemeti's concession, nor that of Rezaei, who also conceded a loss. Hashemi explicitly congratulated Raisi. "I congratulate Raisi, elected by the nation," Hashemi said, quoted by Iranian media. In a statement, outgoing President Hassan Rouhani congratulated the people of Iran and the Supreme Leader for an epic and rare presence in the elections, saying epic and rare presence. Earlier, Rouhani congratulated the people's elected president, without naming Raisi. The Interior Ministry refused to confirm reports that the number of void votes exceeded Rezaei's vote haul. If true, that would mean for the first time in the history of the Islamic Republic, bad votes have finished second place. Low turnout. Friday's voting was extended by 2 hours past the original midnight deadline amid fears of a low turnout of 50% or less. Officials have yet to release turnout figures. Many voters chose to stay away after the field of some 600 hopefuls, including 40 women, had been winnowed down to 7 candidates, all men, excluding an ex-president and a former parliament speaker. The Supreme Leader is the most powerful person in Iran since the 1979 revolution toppled the US-backed monarchy, official Khamenei website handout via Reuters. 3 of the vetted candidates dropped out of the race 2 days before Friday's election, leaving 4 candidates in the fray. Populist former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, one of those who were barred from running by the Guardian Council, a 12-member constitutional vetting body under Khamenei, said he would not vote, declaring in a video message that "I do not want to have a part in this sin." The Supreme Leader is the most powerful person in Iran since the 1979 revolution toppled the US-backed monarchy, but the president wields major influence in areas from industrial policy to foreign affairs. Rouhani, 72, leaves office in August after serving the maximum 2 consecutive 4-year terms allowed under the constitution. His biggest achievement was the 2015 nuclear deal with world powers, under which Iran agreed to limit its nuclear program in return for sanctions relief. But former U.S. President Donald Trump withdrew from the accord in 2018 and slapped new sanctions, which choked Iran's oil sales, sending its economy in a tailspin.